Hi everyone, welcome back. Today is August Q&A, and again, as always, thank you for all the amazing questions that I got on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram handle is linked down below. Join me there. I always post the requests for questions, usually in the beginning to the mid of the month, and then it'll be up on my stories for 24 hours. Then you can post me any questions. This particular month, I got a lot of questions about my natto. If you haven't watched my most special reveal, I will link it up here as well as down below. You can check it out. It is truly my most special reveal. It's like the most happiest, but at the same time it's scary kind of reveal. So anyway, I have so many questions on natto. So I was thinking maybe I put all of those natto related questions right now. I'll give you a show of who natto is if you don't know. And then I'll do all the luxury ones at the end. So it's gonna be jumbled up a little bit, but let me just pick her up. She's right here and she's biting a doll. Say, oh! Say hello to Natto. She's my beautiful Cavapoo, and she is now she's 4.5 months. So she was born on the 25th of March. Let me sit up. She's so cute. She just had a haircut. She was a little bit emotional with me yesterday because it was her very first haircut since she was born. So I think it's a bit of a shock that now she's like hairless. They shaved her a little bit because it was a little bit too tangled. But anyway, this is Natto. Hey Natto. I'm just gonna say bye while I answer all your questions. I just have to show you what she's biting. Her favorite thing to bite is this donkey head. It had a donkey body. But she ripped it out and now she just loves to bite the head. Where is she? Maybe? Nah. I think it's because it's small enough and she's like, ah, and then she'll bite the body as well. I mean, it's kind of funny, but yeah. Anyway, there you go. Let me answer all the natto questions. Overjoy, how is it like being a new fur mama, and when can I play with natto? Anytime, babe. I think natto is ready to be all over the place, so we can definitely arrange. But what's it like? Oh, you know, I had another question about what has changed in my routine, what's it like to have a pet, and the most surprising thing that has happened to me now that I'm this, pet mom, god mom. Okay, firstly, responsibility. Obviously, nothing compared to having a real baby, a real child, but there is certain elements of it which I now can understand. Number one is the constant worry, like, oh no, I need to feed her, make sure she's pooped, she's peed, is she happy? And I have to like sort of check her poop if she's eating well. I'm constantly thinking about, am I doing the right thing, if that's enough? And I know obviously she's all they want to do is play, eat, poop and pee, right? But at the same time, I can see there's a bit of a character at her. Like just before this Q&A, before me sitting down here to film, this girl, because I wasn't watching her, I was chatting with my husband on the phone and I was just talking about her, and she was so quiet. And then I realized, oh no, when she's quiet, she's up to no good. She came into this particular room and there's this kind of carpet here, which I'm trying to train her not to pee or poop on this carpet, but she had an accident, which is my fault because I need to watch her, especially when she's roaming around the house. So she peed and she pooped in, and she was quiet because she was nibbing and she was eating her poop. So I came in and I gave it to her. I really you gotta be authoritative, but not like, you don't want to beat your dog, right? But you have to literally give them a little bit of spanking on the face. So I was like, no! And I pia right on her face, as she was eating the shit. So you have to catch your pet doing the wrong thing at that moment. Because if she moves away and then you sort of give her the slap or you scold her, she doesn't understand. She's like, I stopped, but you whacked me, kind of thing, right? So you gotta catch her at the act. So I caught her at the act and I gave it to her, and she was like, she cowered at the corner there. If this is not hard, it's like this. But for them, it's a shock. So she went to the corner, she was like sobbing a little. I was like, no, but obviously you have to do it because I know you want to do positive reinforcement, but at the same time you gotta show some things are just not acceptable. And yeah, she had a moment, there's an attitude right there. She was like sobbing, the head's all like that. But I had to like continue for at least like half an hour, just totally ignored her, didn't want to play with her, let her sit on the side, be sad. And then when I finally like sort of, I calmed down, and then she's all good again. But things like that, right? So the responsibility, the fact that I'm constantly watching her, that's something that is new to my routine, has changed in my life. I think having a pet really brings out me as a quote-unquote tiger mom. Like, I always knew that I like to give commands, which is why maybe I'm an instructor as well, like in a gym. But now I can really see myself like, I want to make sure you do this, you eat this. And so maybe it's a good thing that I'm not a real mom, because I'm pretty sure I'll turn out to be one of those moms that are like, make sure you get all your A's, make sure you study this, make sure you do this. Because I'm nuts. Like, I want to make sure she does everything right. Nana _ why you decided to have Natto. So I sort of mentioned this in my reveal video regarding me thinking about having a pet after I met my brother's mini poodle in America. But it wasn't planned. It wasn't something that I was like, okay, this month I'll do it, or next month I'll do it. It was quite sudden. It happened within a few days, from me seeing her online to me making the appointment, going to see her at the store, and buying her immediately. So that was just a few days of quick thinking. Then I had another week to prepare, and then she came home with me. So I didn't really prepare to have a dog. I had it, sort of like that fleeting thing that you have in your head, like, yeah, it would be nice to have a pet, I would like one, but you never really think of it. A few people that I've met around the neighborhood who have pets, it seems to be quite a common thinking that they want a pet, but they never really jumped into it, and then all of a sudden they decide to do it, and it just happens like that. It's not like a baby, right? You have 9 months to sort of plan your things, but for this, if there's a pet, you see it and you fall in love. It's instantaneous, and then the pet shop will give you a week or a few days to prepare the house, and your life just changes within that short span. So I didn't necessarily decide to on like a few days to Natto. I literally saw her in the store, I picked her up, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love her already. I'm so emotional when I think of it. But I was like, oh my gosh, she's so sweet. ES2C, what is something that you've learned about yourself since getting a dog? Yeah, so I sort of mentioned that earlier, like a bit like a tiger mom. A little bit, not too much, like a little bit. I think these two I can answer together. Pochette Pearl and Pepsicle. How is life with Natto so far, and how has life changed with a new pet at home? And then the other part is, will you plan to have another if she's brought home alone? How has life been? It's been great. Why are you barking, girl? What happened? Oh, oh my god. Can you hear it? So there was a plastic bag on the top of my table. It floated down on the floor, and she's barking in it. I'll be right back. It's just a plastic bag, baby. Don't be scared. Okay. There was this plastic bag that was on the top of the table, but I think because the fan must have blown it and it fell on the floor, she was like, what's that? It's good. She needs to be frightened sometimes. Back to the question, how has life changed? Though that's a good example. I constantly have to look at her. Life hasn't changed very much. I'm still doing my classes, I'm still doing my work at home, I'm still going to the office. It hasn't changed a lot, except that now I rush home. So usually after class, like after I finish work and then I do my gym, after that I would stay back and chit chat with members. But now I rush home. I just like, okay guys, I gotta go because I gotta just come home and make sure that she's okay, because I don't want to leave her alone for too long. The days that I'm working from home, it's fine. But the days that I have to go out for most of the hours, so 6-7 hours, I feel really bad that I'm leaving her home alone. So to the point where whether or not I would get another pet just because she's home alone. I don't think so. I think one is great. She just needs to learn to entertain herself at home. She's got all these dolls and all these toys to play around with. And when I come home, I make sure I give her a lot of love. I make sure I'm like, oh my God, I'm home. So that she knows that while she's being really good at home, she knows that when I come back, the reward is like, I just play with her all night. I will love her, let her, and I hug her, give her kisses. And I think for like dogs in general, that's what they want. They want to be like, okay, I've been really good the whole day, right? I've been quiet, I didn't bark, I didn't bite anything. And then make sure when the owner comes home, my attention is all for her. So that is definitely something that has changed. I don't think it's sustainable for me to be just all like hermiting with her. But however, I do bring her out. Like I have made a point to take her for walks in the morning, get to know the other paw parents around the neighborhood, and we sort of met a few, and we have this little like chat group. It's really random, like strangers just meeting each other because we have pets and we just want our pets to socialize, and we've sort of become a little group as well. So it's really, really interesting. There's this little community of paw parents, so that was really fun, and it's kind of like growing bigger. It was like 4, now me, it was 3, then became me 4, and now there's 5th one, and I pulled my friend in who has the Japanese Spitz 6, so it's kind of like growing a little bit. It's fun, and it's really enjoyable to see all your paw pets all running around, all going mad. It's fun. It's like a little friend group. Love for Fashion 88. What's more precious, your favorite bag or your puppy? It's like the favorite child. Right now, I would say Natto is most precious. She is just amazing. I still love my handbags, don't get me wrong. I had a lot of joy carrying my bag yesterday to the Hermes private sale, so it was just like, ooh, my bougie bag. It was kind of nice to be away from her for a little bit because like when she's around, I'm like, she's biting the chair right now. I'm like, gah! Stop it! So I get it. Again, with parents, like, oh my gosh, when you have a moment of like, oh my gosh, I have a moment to myself, it's good. So me having my bag, it was like, oh my God, you're not biting me, you're not making me feed you, poop and all that. So I do love everything. But having said that, she's definitely most precious because I have so much love and I get love back. No, I don't get love back from my bags, right? So I get love back. So obviously most precious. And it has definitely made me think about my collection. So in that reveal video, I did share that I was selling 2 bags. I have sold 1 bag already. I haven't sold my Natto Constance because in that video, I shared that I would sell it at retail, and oh my God, I was like flooded with requests because I thought it was okay. Then I had some friends who texted me and said that don't do that because by selling it at retail, I run the risk of that person who's buying it from me reselling it for a profit. And I thought, oh my God, that's such that I didn't even think of that. I was thinking like, I just want to let it go because those are bags that I don't see myself reaching for, especially if I'm going out with her. But then there was another friend who told me, oh, Stella said that don't do it, she's still a puppy. I know it's like stressful, white bags with puppies might not be the right formula, but once she grows up it'll be okay. And I thought, yeah, maybe. So I'm still holding off the Constant 18. My idea is to sell the Constance 18 in Natto, which is such a beautiful bag. It's practically new. There is obviously some wear, but it's practically new. I was thinking of selling it and using that funds later on to buy a black version, a black Constance 18 or maybe Etan or something. So I'm still thinking about it, and I don't know. I haven't, like, I actually got an offer for the price bag, but at the same time I didn't feel right about it. So maybe I want to sell it at the price that would be enough for me to repurchase it next year. So maybe that would be the price I would sell it for. And it's just enough because that's the purpose of selling it. I love the Constance 18 in the private sale. There were so many, and I was thinking like, maybe I shouldn't sell this bag because I really like it. Everybody had like a green Constance, a red Constance, purple, black, beige, gold. There was so many, and I was like, okay, maybe it's not a good idea to sell my bag. It's a little of a struggle. I think if I do let it go, I want to make sure that I have informed my SA and tell them that I want to repurchase it next year. Not repurchase, like get another one, but in a deep color, like, you know, gold or Itan or Taupe, something dark that I would feel a little bit more comfortable when I'm bringing Natto out. Anyway, I know I digress a little bit, but it just came to my mind about these two bags that I've let go just because the most precious thing right now in my life is my pretty puppy right here who's biting the chair. Can you stop it, Natto girl? Don't do that. No. 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 Those are all the Natto related questions. So let's get into the luxury. Zenying_25, you have two questions. Hi Kat, is there a time frame we must hit our pre-spend before getting a quota bag? And do you still shop while waiting for an offer after hitting your pre-spend? Honestly, don't think there's a time frame unless you are trying to get 2 quota bags a year, which is Hermes's limit per year. So if that is where you are aiming for, then you have to be strategic with your spend. So try to get the bag at the beginning of the year, then spend throughout the year to get one more during that year. And it's tough because competition is also stiff. Now, once I have hit my pre-spend, do I do I continue spending or do I just wait it out? It depends. There are times like the current time I am still spending and I know I've definitely hit my pre-spend and I'm definitely way over it, but I'm just buying stuff that I'm using and I'm enjoying. Whereas I know people who are more strategic and they're more diligent and I guess have better willpower not to go to the store and be really, really strict. Once they have hit their pre-spend, they know that's the amount, then they stop and go. I think that's the wiser thing to do. I'm kind of like one of those that I like to just go and take a look. If there's anything that catches my eye, I would buy it. But I'm kind of slowing down right now because I definitely have hit more than my pre-spend and now I'm just waiting out my next bag. Golf Mama, favorite thing to do in Singapore as a tourist? Visit the sites would be interesting. I think Singapore as such a small city-state country, they have done a tremendous job in creating little attractions for tourists. And yes, they are man-made, but it's done so well that it's actually quite fun to go. You cannot compare to all the tourist sites compared to Europe, America, if you're comparing your rides there. Obviously, those are no comparison, but you have to give it to a small country that is trying to make this place be larger than life, which is what they have done. So I would say a kind of fun thing to do is to visit the sites. But my favorite thing to do as a tourist, if I were a tourist, is, well, I like shopping and I do enjoy walking around the stores and seeing the amount of shops. Now, if you're a foodie, then a good thing to do in Singapore is to try the local food. It's unique, it's interesting, and it's tasty. Marcelia Go, did I stop buying Chanel and focus on Hermes? The answer is sort of. Can't say a total yes, because I'm still looking at Chanel. In fact, I'm going to visit Chanel with my boss next week. Obviously, I'm not buying anything, but being there is kind of fun and, who knows, maybe I'll look at some bags. Not that I'm buying anything. I think I'm more focused in buying my Hermes bags because I do enjoy them. But it doesn't mean that I'm still not looking at Chanel. I still like some of the stuff. Rulin, what do you think of the LV Neo Noe bag? I remember you used to have it. So I used to have the Petite Noe, not the Neo Noe, which is I think the more modern version of the bucket bag. I love it. It's one of those very classic designs. I like both. So whether it's the old version, which is the Petite Noe with the drawstring you've got to tie, or the current version with the Neo Noe, the one that has the little kind of like buckle, it's a bit more elegant and sophisticated. In any case, both are beautiful bucket bags and a perfect mommy bag, because if you need to put a little bit more things inside, they are amazing. So I actually really like that bag. The Neo Noe grew on me because I think the thinner straps was something that was very different compared to the Petite Noe. The Petite Noe had thicker straps and it was just a little chunkier, but the Neo Noe, the thinner straps, actually make it look super elegant. So I would say go with the Neo Noe if you're looking for that softer bag, like softer look. It is also adjustable, which is amazing. Quack_Sharon, are you going for the Hermes private sale? I did go for it. We just did a members live this morning talking about the private sale. I will be doing in kind of like a collective haul for my Hermes items, and I'll also put the stuff that I got from my Hermes private sale in that video. So that's coming up. Hello 3Me, can we see you wearing Chanel denim shorts and pants? Well, I'm kind of like not super dressed. I'm wearing like pajama pants right now, and I'm kind of lazy to go into the room because Natto's like sleeping right now. I will maybe post an Instagram post of me wearing it, then you can see it as well. Vivi Luna, you have a few questions. They're kind of like mixed. So, would you consider the Chopard dancing diamond necklace? I would if money was no issue. My boss has the Chopard dancing sports watch, so the diamonds are all dancing inside. It's super nice, it's super fun. If obviously I had unlimited funds and I just buy anything, I would consider it. It's super pretty. When you're like moving, it moves along with you. It's fun, it's elegant, and the sparkle is just amazing. Again, your next question. I noticed recently your hand stack, you have this new Lulu Tong bracelet. Is it new? Can we talk about your new bracelet? I actually don't. I am just wearing, okay, so my love bracelet. I have obviously my usual nomination bracelet, and I have these two bracelets here. So this is actually a gold bracelet that I got from just a goldsmith shop that has the abacus on it. So apparently if you have abacus, it'll bring you like lots of love and lots of luck of money. Maybe initially, like now, I feel like I'm not really getting a lot of money, so like, come on, are you working? Are you working? And then I have this diamond bracelet, which is a diamond, just a regular tennis bracelet, but it's a very, very small diamonds, because I'm kind of like testing out if I do like a diamond bracelet. So in several videos, people have been telling me you should get yourself a tennis bracelet. So before I make a huge commitment to get like bigger diamonds or something more substantial, I decided to, try out a thin version, which is very, very, it's very small, it's very elegant, and this was not very expensive. This was just from a local jeweler to wear and to see if I enjoy it. And I feel like this does the job as well. I don't need like big diamonds and get it all like tangled up. Especially Natto likes to bite my bracelet. Daniel_Melbourne, do you ever see yourself retiring from bag buying and renting a yacht instead? No. I do see myself slowing down in bag buying, but I've never thought about renting a yacht. I actually have a bit of water fear. I love swimming and stuff like that. Like I like to be close to the shore, or I like to do it in a swimming pool, but I cannot do like cruises or yachts where you're all just out in this sea and ocean and on this piece of plank and floating there and be at the mercy of the water. I can't. So never thought of renting a yacht, but I definitely do see myself slowing down in bag buying as I get older and also as my priorities change. Hello Sha, what is the most iconic earrings from a luxury house? Oh, I'm not sure if that is whether I have or the most iconic. Like in the YouTube world, the most iconic or the most common, maybe not iconic, the most common, the ones that we see the most is Van Cleef and Arpels, like Magic or Sweet Alhambra earrings. Those to me are just very, very iconic, because iconic also means it's very obvious and you know it. That's why like Birkin, they're so iconic, right? It has to reach a certain status for people to actually see it. Miles in Sid, you've always loved Longchamp. Will you consider getting a personalized bag? The answer is yes. So I went to the Longchamp store at Ion, and they had the mini version. It's actually always at the back here. The mini Le Pliage that I love, and they had that, and you can actually personalize that. The only thing that I didn't like it is that the strap was the sportier strap. So maybe if they start to make it like this version where you can remove the strap and make it like the detachable straps, just the top handle bag, I would totally get a personalized Longchamp bag. Maybe I'll put Natto on the bag. Oh my gosh, maybe that, before I had Natto, I'll put Cat on the bag, or K. But now it'll be Natto. Questions from Amicus Banquet. I feel paiseh to find another essay in the same store to change essay. Advice, please. Paiseh means shy. I also feel paiseh to bring H stuff I bought pre-love when I'm going to the H store. Do you avoid this? So let me answer the first question. I have not, oh, actually, you know what? I have changed essays before. So my current essay is not my first essay. It wasn't so bad, but you know what? I didn't change it in the same store. To be frank, I honestly don't know what's the process like to change an essay in the same store. The thing is, these essays in their own store, they're quite close knit. So if you really are not clicking with your current essay and you want to change this to another essay, my advice would be to speak to the store manager and explain the reason you want to change to another essay and see how the store manager can help you. It's going to be a little awkward in the beginning, especially once you have changed the essay. At the end of the day, it's still a business transaction. Maybe go and speak to the store manager if you could maybe trash it out and see what's going on with your current essay and see how you can move to another essay. Also, I feel paiseh to bring pre-love stuff. Don't feel paiseh to bring pre-love stuff. I have done it many times as well. I brought my toolbox to the store. I've brought, oh, I don't have a lot of pre-love stuff. Yeah, I brought my toolbox. I brought other things that I bought not from the store to the store. And my essay has asked me like, where do you get that? I'm like, yeah, I bought a pre-love. And my essay like, But what can they do because they don't have it? So it's just an understanding that it's fine and it's quite common. Selena Sapla. Hi Kat, I asked my H essay about an SO, special order, and she asked me what do I have in mind, any ideas? Wow, that sounds great, because I think then your essay is like probably thinking of it. Well, if you're going to do an SO, you should do a bag that you can see yourself using for a long time. Like, what is your favorite bag in your collection right now? If you have several different Hermes bags, I would go with the bag that I use the most, I enjoy the most, and I can see a lot of wear from it. Because making an SO, and if it sits there all pretty and you're not really reaching for it, just because everybody says do that kind of bag, it may not suit your lifestyle. So if I'm just taking something out of the air, okay, say Constance is the type of bag that you use all the time. It's your favorite design, it's your favorite look, then maybe that is the type of bag that you should do as an SO. Maybe make that really special, personalize it for yourself. It doesn't mean that if you get an SO, you must do a Birkin or you must do a Kelly. They have so many varieties. Make the one that you will truly enjoy and carry out. Natalia Francisca, does the non-quota bags like the Lindy 26 or Picotan 18 count towards the pre-spend for a BKC? I've heard different reports. Some say yes, bags do count. Some say no. I think they don't because they are like an offer as well, whether or not it is a quota bag or not quota bag. It does add to your entire profile of spend because it's just adding on to more things that you bought from the store. All bags do. But as a pre-spend, like if you bought this bag, you bought this bag, and then suddenly you get a like a bag offer, I don't think it works that way. I think they do take it out, they do minus out these kind of bag costs. Shuyan Po, do you know if the Kelly pochette is considered a quota bag in Singapore? I don't think it's a quota bag in Singapore. However, it's a very hard bag to get. I have not seen one in the store at all. I have only seen them at the resellers. I have only seen them on pictures, but not even on the shelves at the store. So even though it's not a quota bag, it's a really hard bag to get. They don't get many of those in the stores. Last question from Miss Jean.P. Hi Kat, what's your favorite SLG? Can you make an updated collection? Thank you. Ooh, you know, I think I should do an updated collection because I don't have many SLGs. My favorite, oh wow, I don't actually have one. At the moment, I can't think of one at the top of my head, but let me do an updated collection video and talk about what I'm currently using. I don't really change out my SLGs very much, but maybe I have a few things. maybe I do. So let me do that, and then I can talk about of everything that I have, which is my favorite. Thank you again for all the questions. I enjoy all the Q&As every single month. Is so relaxing, it's so casual. This one is extra special, so I've got even goosebumps talking about, because I get to talk about something totally different. Natto, who is right now sleeping in my room. It's all dark and she has started to really want to sleep in my room, and I don't know, poor parents, let me know what you think about it. I know I shouldn't make it a habit, but I've trained her to be in the kitchen, but now she is sort of being very, very manja. Manja is like, you know, needy, and she needs to sleep in my room. So I'm kind of allowing her, and now she's like, she knows it's dark, and she refuses to go into the kitchen because she knows that if she goes in the kitchen, I'm gonna close the little gate and she can't get out. So now that it's late, instead of going to the kitchen, she runs to my room and she hides in the corner. She's like, I'm gonna sleep here, you can't get me out. She's super cute. So thank you so much for all the questions. I'm putting more vlogs, right? And I have lots of videos of her. If you're not a paw parent, I think I get it, it's just too much dog. So I will definitely come down on the content and bring back all this luxury stuff. I have so many things I want to show you. It's just been so busy, so give me some time. I have a few like collective hauls. I've been shopping a bit, and yeah, that is coming up. So anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, please do give it a thumbs up. It will definitely help me with my channel. If you're not subscribed, I do hope you will subscribe and join my channel and come back for more videos like this, chit chats, and much more. So anyway, have a fantastic time wherever you are, morning, evening, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.